Hey everybody, this is GGB, and it's time to get ready for the first playoff games of today.
Playoffs?
I hope you guys are as hyped as I am. I went 2-0. Not to brag, but I'm a genius. I saw both upsets coming. I picked both games. My father did not pick. He picked both games wrong, actually. He's 0-2. I'm 2-0, and that's because he's a moron.
Dumbass.
Anyways, I was so smart. I saw the Bengals upset coming. I saw the Niners upset coming. I did not think it was going to happen like that, but turns out Marquez Valdes-Scantling being out did impact things. I was right about that. No receiver except for Davante Adams could apparently catch a ball. But my father was wrong, guys.
Wrong. You're wrong.
Guys, I am hyped as heck. I hope I keep that undefeated streak alive in this game. But at 2 o'clock, we get the 4-seed Rams, which sit at 12-5, traveling to the 2-seed Buccaneers, which sit at 13-4. Bucs favor with 3 points on NBC. So we got some injuries to talk about on the Rams side of things. We have 3 running backs out for them. We have Buddy Howell, who has a hammy injury. He is going to be doubtful for this game. Darrell Henderson, obviously one of the big parts of their offense this year, has a knee MCL injury. He's out for the year. Raymond Calais had a foot injury. He's also out for the year. Tight end Johnny Munt had a knee ACL injury. He's out for the year. Jacob Harris had a knee ACL and MCL injury. He's also out for the year. Wide receiver Robert Woods has an ACL injury, out for the year. Tutu Atwell had a shoulder injury. He's out for the year. Left tackle, you're going to be without Andrew Whitworth. One of your keystones in protecting Matthew Stafford is that man, so it's going to be a little bit harder for the Rams today. At defensive tackle, we got Sebastian Joseph Day. He had a pectoral. He's out for the year. Right inside linebacker Ernest Jones has an ankle injury, out for the year. Cornerback Ernest Jones has an ankle injury, out for the year. Robert Rochelle has a chest injury, out for the year. Strong safety Jordan Fuller has an ankle injury, he's out for the year. And free safety Taylor Rapp has a concussion, he's out for this game. Bucs, on the other hand, also have some significant injuries. Running back Ronald Jones has an ankle injury, he's out for this game. Wide receiver Cyril Grayson has a hammy, he's questionable for this game. Brashad Perryman has a hip, he's out for this game. And Chris Godwin, obviously, ACL and MCL injury, out for the season. Center Ryan Jensen has an ankle injury, he's questionable for this game, as well as right tackle Tristan Wirfs, he has an ankle, he's questionable for the game. Defensive end Pat O'Connor has a PCL injury, out for the year. Left outside linebacker JPP has a personal issue, he's going to be questionable for this game. And at cornerback, Sean Murphy-Bunting has a hammy injury, questionable for the game. Richard Sherman has Achilles injury, out for the year. And strong safety Curtis Riley has an Achilles, out for the year. So why am I really worried about this Buccaneers squad? And it's because Brady really doesn't have anyone to throw to, right? Leonard Fournette's coming back, and the Eagles game did not answer many questions for me. I still have the same questions about the Buccaneers as I've had since Chris Godwin went down with an injury and AB quit mid-game. How are they going to fill those holes? I still don't know. The people you would expect to fill those holes, Cyril Grayson, obviously, as the deep threat with Antonio Brown, he proved that in the Jets game, and Brashad Perryman, who ended up having the game-winning touchdown against Buffalo, they're both either questionable or out. Obviously, Perryman's out. You're going to hope and pray to God if you're the Buccaneers that Grayson's not out, because if you're without those two, you have Mike Evans, you have Tyler Johnson, I want to say, the Minnesota wide receiver out of Minnesota, who just seemed off with Brady all day long against Philly. And then you have Watson, and after that, it's nothing. Now, obviously, Watson, he's had connections with players like Watson his entire life, and especially with Edelman in New England. So it's going to be interesting to see how they use him there. But, if you're talking about a team, right, who is in desperate need of weapons, you're talking about losing 2 weapons that already were replacement to the weapons you already lost. So you lose your replacements, it's going to be really hard to find some offense. Because if you're the Rams, By the way, the Rams' defense is very similarly built to the Saints, where they can get a pass rush with just their defensive line. They don't have to bring pressure. Now, I don't think their defense is as good as New Orleans is, but like if there is going to be a team outside of San Francisco, I think San Francisco Niners defense is built very similarly to New Orleans. Obviously, if you're the Rams, you're watching both those New Orleans games on defense and trying to figure out what they did, because they made Brady not look like Brady. So they're going to want to do that against Tampa. It's going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting ball game. Rams did beat Tampa earlier in the year. Whoever wins this game is going to be hosting the NFC Championship thanks to an upset of San Francisco won yesterday. I got to go with the upset again. I really do like the Rams here. I know Tom Brady's super experienced and everything. He never questioned Tom Brady. I'm gonna question Tom Brady a bit here, right? You have no weapons outside of Mike Evans and Gronkowski. The Rams have a pretty dang good defensive line, and if you're talking about you might be without your starter and center, starter right tackle. I think Tristan Wirfs will be out. By the way, he did not look right when he came back into that game. I just gotta go Rams here. I don't like the Rams because of this, but it's just something I have to do because it's just the right decision here. I think Matthew Stafford is not playing awesomely, but he's not horrible, and he has weapons. He has way more weapons than the Bucs do. Give me the Rams to pull off the upset on the road.